Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we've got some new mods to take a look at for Farm Sim 22. In total, 38 mods were released on the in-game auto. All platforms got 14 new and 16 updates, and PC Mac players got 6 new and 2 updates. We're going to look at each mod so that you can better decide which ones you want to download, which ones you don't. And if you just like staying updated with the latest mods of Farming Simulator, make sure you're subscribed, and let's go. Starting off today with a new map for all platforms. This is Estancia Pindorama MT. It is very small. It's only 80 megabytes. It's got 45 fields on it, 4 areas to create new farms. We also have several forestry areas around, and they are quite large as well. There's also a limestone mine where you can come down here and, well, dig out limestone. So you can use that in your fields if you need to. Of course, there's all kinds of other stuff as well. We have sawmill, cotton cell, bale cell, animal dealer, vehicle dealer, and gas station, as you would expect. There are quite a few areas on the map that are completely bare like this, where there's just random painted grass down and a couple trees to cut down. And there's other areas that have big old fields, like these areas over here. The main farm is so bare it's not even funny, but this may be something that's interesting to you, as it doesn't have any required mods, which is very nice, and it's got open areas for different things, so all of your stuff is kind of built into it. Yes, it's bare, but yes, you can also place down any buildings you want. Oh yeah, and there's also lime over here too, which should help you get started. As for areas that you own on the map, we've got farmland number 1 right here, which actually has field 1 on it. That's great. And then we have farmland number 13, I think. Yeah, farmland 13, which has got the BGA and a lime station on it. A lot of lime on this map. There are no custom crops on here. If we go over to our crop calendar, this is a base game crop calendar. No animals to start off with, but we do have the farm chicken house and cow barn that we do own from scratch. And as for owned vehicles, we have the New Holland T7 and Massey Ferguson 3670. We have a New Holland CH770 and Kloss Carrot, as well as a few odds and ends to help you get started through your farm. These are not the smallest pieces of equipment, which is very, very nice to see. No more maps today, so let's talk about mods. We have the Lizard Milk Wagon. This is actually a pack of 2 of them. So we've got the Milk Wagon 340L, which is 340 liters, and then we have the 170. Now, the larger version of these can have the rims changed up, and this is going to be a trailed version. However, the one I'm interested in is this one. Is it a vehicle? Oh, it is. That's so cool. Start it up. It's not really electric or anything. We've got a great turning radius. You know what? For a small set of animals, this wouldn't be too bad. Next is the Lizard Selfmade Barrel. We've got a couple options here for our main color, the frame, and then we've got some rim colors. Now, there's actually 2 of these available, and they're 1,000 liters each. 28 horsepower is required for whatever reason. You can ignore that, and has a 4-meter spread. Now, this one actually requires a 4-meter spread because it is a manure wagon. This is kind of neat. So it'll do slurry and digestate, and you can actually spread it, which is very interesting. Then we also have one that will do water, however, it's pretty much the same. Next up, the Lizard Weight. There's actually a version of this that's PC and Mac as well. We'll talk about that later. Weighs 1.5 tons, no customization. Another weight, another self-made thing, the front weight, 250 kg. We do have colors for it, including the petrol blue, which is very, very nice. Unfortunately, no other customizations, but I'm not quite sure what else you would do with this either. Oh, and it's very lightweight as well. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to add any more weight to this. It only weighs 250 kg. And if you couldn't get enough weights, well, we got one more for you. This is the Weight Bumper. Oh, and here we do have some options. It weighs 1.2 tons. Design, we have the FR plate. You can also do with the US plate. And then we've got beacons of yes or no. Those look like strobes, so we'll take a look at that. And then we've got colors for all of the above. And can confirm they are strobe lights, but they're not too overbearing, which is nice. Then we have the mod Hand Tool. Now, this is set up to where you can have different chainsaws in the left hand versus in the right hand. And then, not something new, but still neat, is sprayers that you can carry around with you. So you've got sprayers for the left and right hand, as well as a short pipe version of those sprayers. Again, left and right hand, so you can carry around a spray with you at any time. But again, I think we saw something like this like 2 years ago, so nothing too new there. Next will be a very difficult one. This is the 60 buildings pack from Blacksheep Modding, and there are quite literally 60 different buildings, and I'm not quite sure sitting here for the next 25 minutes is a good idea. But just to let you know, there are so many buildings, animal pens, different things like that. If you want to, you can actually jump on their Facebook page and see everything that's coming with it. You can see all the different buildings, houses. At the bottom, we have production chains, things like that. And then we also have more animal pens. So lots of animal pens. Cute pictures on these, by the way. Whoever at Blacksheep Lighting picked these out. And we also have gates, and we have setups for greenhouses, indoor and outdoor, and a lot more other stuff. We've even got an apple vineyard, which is very cool. Pretty much any of the buildings that you've seen from Blacksheep modding over the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, you'll definitely find them in this pack. But if 60 wasn't enough, we have quite a few other ones. First one is Bale Storage. This is a rustic looking bale storage. It'll hold 200 bales. Price is $2 grand, making it one of the cheapest ways to store bales. And we have a new production chain, the Custom Stone Crusher from BK Mods. BK Mods always kills it no matter what they're doing. So we've got a nice little shed area, we've got a dump area, and we've got a place where we can collect. If we open this up, we can actually go inside. There's no reason for us to have been able to go inside, but you know what? I love it. Keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. Let's go over here and take a look. So you've got 2,000 liters of stone in, plus 2,000 liters of water, and then we get 5,000 liters of lime out, making it one of the easiest ways to get lime. This is great. We also have incredible amounts. The stone's 250,000 liters. Good luck getting that many, but hey, we've got it, especially if you're on a map that requires all that. And then we just put water in it, and then you get lime out. Nice. Next, we have the tractor haul. This is a little bit bigger. It's going to cost you $65,000. And as you can see, lots and lots of room down through there. So if we open it up, we've got some interesting setups here. So if we come over here and open this up, we've got a full door which opens, which again is very, very cool. Come over here, hit the button. Nope, don't open that up. How do I shut that? All right, there we go. But also, if you come around towards the side, you could open just the side door, which is very, very cool. And you cannot open the massive big old door on there. And it's pretty much the same way all the way down. So if we open this up, we've got another bay here with 4 big doors. And then to the left, another bay with 3. Very old and rustic looking on the inside. I think this would be a really nice roleplay building. Next is the solar collector. This is going to cost you $93,500. And it is found in generators because, well, it collects solar and turns it into your money. Turns it into money. Yeah, here it is. And it'll make you $14,400 a month. And if my math is right, you should make your money back in about half of a year, which is really good. Next to last new for all platforms is the water Amphora. This is an old clay place to store water that can be placed anywhere, providing a rustic look to your farm. A lot of old rustic stuff today. Basically, you come up here and you get your water. And lastly, for all platforms, we have the Pack Plate BR. This is a pack with tons and tons of signs, though they are South American signs, so I don't know what some of them are. But yeah, there's a bunch in here, so just jump in, check them out. Let's jump over to some updates for all platforms. First up is the BigBud Series 1 version 1001, improvement of AI workers and bug fixed. Bugs fixed, did. Yeah, you know what I mean. Next up, the L Series version 1.1. The cabin has been replaced and made new. Prices were reduced, added new optionals, chassis and wheels corrected, and passenger seating support. And very similar with the HPN Series as well, version 1.2, prices were reduced, added new optionals, chassis and wheels corrected, and interior error fixed when selecting cabin type. Next is the Ermo Pack from SMI Modding Team, version 1.3, added support for dynamic lowering script. We'll talk about that in the new PC mods. Next up, John Deere GreenSystem Trailer Pack, version 1.5, locking system compatible for base game, with the New Holland, Case IH, Finn Massey Ferguson stuff, Capello, and stuff like that. We also get to see the locking system compatible mods, so that is very nice to see. And we also have color selections released, tire color selection, new normal textures, and new decals. CSZ Pack version 2002 added height configuration for big bag handler and various minor functional fixes to the machine. Finnish farm buildings version 1.1, new buildings have been added, updated some textures, and added color choices. Next is kind of a grouping because all the changelogs are the same. The building farm set version 1.1, we have added support for the manure system mod. Now that's going to be also the same for Hall Barn Garage, Big White Cow Barn, Big Cow Barn, and as well as Old Brick Cow Barn. A little bit different for grain drying shed though. Version 1001, triggers updated for ease of loading grain and wood chips into the dryer, added methane as a fuel type, and added the option to hide the decorations inside the shed. Next update is Machine Haul version 1.2, added bought with farmland and description version increased, and a couple map updates. Now this one's interesting because it's showing as version 1001, however, 1002 is actually the most recent update, so we'll talk about 1002. Delete tip collision on some fields, grass and straw, it's okay now in the fields. And your last update for all platforms, Oberkirchheim version 1.3, field grass, soya drink, and grass bales can now be sold. No new save game is required. Jumping over to our new ones for PC and Mac players, first is the Aguilar 11 Time. This is a set of 3 cultivators. They've all got basically the exact same setups and everything, 70 horsepower, 2.8 meter, and 9 miles an hour. Really, you've got customization options that are going to be the thing. So all of them are cultivators. It just depends on which customization you like, which I think all of that could probably have been done in a singular model. Next, we have the Polgrom Zeus 300. This is another cultivator. Well, it's a disc harrow for shallow cultivation. 100 horsepower required, 3 meters at 9 miles per hour. Roller setup. So we have the tubular roller setup, as well as the sting, packer, and back end. And then we have main colors, got a bunch of blues and a red. As mentioned, we do have one of the weights, which is branded for PC and Mac players today. This is the Agrarvis Weight, 1.5 tons on here, just like the lizard weight. Next is the calf barn. This is a spacious stable for calves with 5 different pens set up inside of it. It provides an ideal environment for further rearing of your calves after the first few weeks in the igloo. There's room for up to 40 calves in here. Price is $128,000, and the barn works as a cow shed. Basically, it offers a space for 40 animals, and they can be fed with bunk feed in the central aisle. Straw can also be blown in or fed by bales through the gate. Manure is produced in the collection area. So all of that is very nice. Lots and lots of stuff going on through here. However, to get the calves, you are going to need, if I can select that, there we go. You are going to need the Enhanced Animal System mod, and that will add calves to your game. So there you go. I mean, PC players, I'm sure you guys know exactly what you're doing when it comes to getting this mod and everything. It's pretty cool. I like the little setup in here. That's nice. And 40 head? That's pretty wild. Next to last new one for PC and Mac players today is called Dynamic Lowering. This mod is currently integrated only into the MGP P Series and Ermo Pack, one of which we got an update to today. This mod allows the implementation of which it is associating a dynamic lowering into the soil once lowered into the working phase. And lastly, we have the Cultivator Settings. Many cultivators in the game can be operated in reality with different working depths depending on the settings. So basically, this is kind of like the other mod, just it works with different stuff. With this modification, the cultivators in the vanilla game and also from DLCs have this option. They can be figured in the shop as normal cultivator, or as a deep cultivator, or even as a shallow, or as a variable controllable with isobus. Additional costs will be encountered through that. Capable cultivators can then be switched and control Alt and then G as in gah, love KFC. Soil cultivation with deep cultivator replaces plowing. So this is kind of neat, and definitely check it out if you want to play. I don't know, is this a little bit more realistic than normal? I don't know. Lastly, today let's talk about updates for PC and Mac players. First one is the Ursus C-330M version 1.1. The front mask model has been improved, a new cabin has been added, the front axle has been improved, the values of fuel quantity, yes, and gravity mass have been improved, triangles been added, a new color palette's been added to the cabin, new light system's also been added, improved the sounds, improved the front fenders, and improved the gear template. And lastly today, a map update for PC and Mac players, Kandelin At MV version 1201. No new save games required. New access to the farm Agrar Kandelin via the slab path. Loading area for manure adjusted so that larger trailers will work. Farmland of Hof Agrar Kandelin enlarged in the direction of the slab path. It fixed a bug in the silage silo at farm Agrar Kandelin. And that is it. I tell you what, for 38 mods, it seemed kind of short, sweet, and to the point. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like, get subscribed if you're new, join the GoHam fam, double check that notification bell. That way, when I release videos, you know about them. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy playing with the mods, and we'll see you later.